Hello, I'm Aidan and you are the listener, and this is Switching to the Future, a lame short podcast where I discuss my current thoughts and feelings for Nintendo Switch 2 and other Nintendo news in general. Happy Friday, it's the 28th of February 2025 and it's the end of the month. And less than 33 days, / 1 month and 2 days until the Switch 2 Direct. Let's get to business. Nintendo Music got Super Mario Bros. 2's music this week, the US and PAL version. The Japanese one has the same soundtrack as Super Mario Bros. 1. Pretty good soundtrack, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't listened to it since it got added to the app, but Mario 2 is good, has a pretty decent soundtrack. And the NSO Classic Catalogue's got the announcement of a game being taken away. Only in Japan, though, from what has been announced so far. Super Soccer for the Super Famicom / Super Nintendo is being taken away in Japan on the 28th of March. This is quite unforeseen and people are rightfully disappointed and angry. Though I should state there are also people pretending to care about this one specific game, even though they probably never cared about it. I mean, it's honestly probably the least bad thing that could be removed. But it's concerning because GoldenEye, licensed James Bond game based on the film GoldenEye, if that was to be, should the deal end for that and that gets taken, delisted, people aren't going to be happy. Doesn't help that Amazon own the James Bond the James Bond rights now. So, but then again, Amazon Games, their games division, have said things about the Switch 2 and they're positive about it, so there's reason to be concerned. Not for another year, though, I think. Pokemon Presents. Okay, so that happened yesterday. New game for Switch 1 and mobile with Pokemon Champions. No release date, probably sometime this year. Pokemon Legends Z-A comes out late 2025. Probably after Switch 2, in my opinion. Looks like we've gone back to the eternal dread of June 2023 with one game next month and a couple of games far, far away. At least we have a Nintendo Direct ahead and we know when it's happening. And the rest of the news for Pokemon Presents ain't Switch or Switch 2 related, other than a couple of, here's a few more Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. In other news, the semi-annual, the annual well-known State of Switch survey hosted by the guy who runs the Switch Weekly newsletter has been delayed until sometime after the Switch 2 Direct later this year. So, April. And now finally for topic of the week 10. This one's going to be a bit shorter. Why are people still getting a Switch 1? Pokemon. That is the first thing. They're still releasing Pokemon games on Switch 1. I mean, late this year means good chance of it being after Switch 2. So, a lot of people are going to buy Switch 1 for Pokemon. Also, the existing game library is quite large and quite good. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is timeless. Nintendo is still releasing games for Switch 1. Metroid Prime 4, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Definitive Edition, and Pokemon. And it's just the cheapest console on the market. So that's why people are still buying Switch 1. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to be like, why on earth have you decided to spend 2 minutes ranting about that instead of something else today? Too many people complain about, why are people still buying Switch 1? Why is this coming to Switch 1? This better get a Switch 2 patch. You've got to accept that not everybody wants a Switch 2. A Switch 1 is good enough for many. Also, there isn't a Switch 2 Lite on the horizon yet. Just a Switch 2. Also, there isn't a Switch 2 OLED on the horizon, unless the base model is OLED. So there will still be reasons people will want to have a Switch 1. Not to mention the Switch 2 is going to be bigger than the original Switch as well. And the original Switch is quite big. So, don't complain about the Switch 1 still getting support. If anything, it's just a little reassurance as well. So, yeah. Okay, that's it for this week. Sorry for the bit more boring tone. Not that I'm not enthusiastic or anything, just, don't know why. Thank you for putting up with my boredom over the last 5 or so minutes. Have a good day, week, night, month, whatever. Have a good weekend. And, goodbye.